13-18 United went on to win 3-1 and Diego Forlán scored twice. Inevitably, someone took out Ronaldinho and the man was Phil Neville. 13-02 He's been pictured at Carrington, so HE's not on a train bound for Euston Station. A lot of United fans wondered whether he was at training after he was omitted from the NFL pictures. Image Eamon and James Clark. 12:53 Whenever Ronaldo is unhappy in Spain he wants to go back to United. The act is wearing thin. 12:50 The dressing room atmosphere got ruined anyway. 12:30 Kiev and Mourinho's upcoming renewal has extinguished any concerns he was considering a change of scenery. His poetic posturing towards Paris Saint-Germain was dismissed by senior United sources as a bit of fun 2 months ago. At the same time it emerged Mourinho yearned for more backing. Mourinho has got his way on both issues and the parallels with Sir Alex Ferguson continue. 12:12 That's Rojo, Herrera, Young, Rashford, Lingard, Jorge Pereira, De Gea, Darmian, Mata, Lindelof, McTominay, O'Hara, Smalling, Blind, Tuanzebe, Jones, Fellaini, Lukaku, Pogba accounted for. 12:09 Sorry, no, you can't appear in it because you're supposed to be in London. 11:55 Cast your minds back to 1998 and Teddy Sheringham was struggling to score a league goal for United. Fans were missing Cantona and Arsenal won the first title under Arsene Wenger. Sheringham was actually named in a worse United 11 by Red Issue on account of his pitiful second half of the season. Ferguson needed a striker and the name on most Reds' lips was Marcelo Salas. This intensified after Salas scored a wonderful goal in Chile's 2-0 Wembley win over England in February. Italian, Spanish and German players all want to play in England. I think it's the best place in the world to play, Ferguson said. I think Salas could play here without any problem. Come and get me. Read the headline on the back page of the Mirror as Salas issued a plea to United. Salas scored 4 goals in 4 at that year's World Cup but eventually joined Lazio, along with Attilio Lombardo, Christian Vieri, Dejan Stankovic and Sinisa Mihailovic. United signed Dwight Yorke and Sheringham stayed to score in an FA Cup final and Champions League final. It worked out in the end. You do wonder whether the historical aspect of Salas missing out on a move to United fueled Sanchez. He'll become the first Chilean to play for the club, which would be a huge deal in his homeland. It would have been had he moved to City. 11:43 Palace owner Steve Parish told a Palace podcast, I don't think the clubs would want that. I think the clubs sent them to us knowing it's a two-way street. We get a good player and we develop them. They should be very happy with what's happened to those players, the game time they've got, the coaching they've got. It's all very well playing in training and playing in under-23 games, but Roy Hodgson teaches players how to win football matches in the Premier League, which is an invaluable skill. Fosu Mensah has played 20 times this season and was named man of the match against City last month. 11:37 Here are the two Spanish speakers with the personal shopper from Selfridges who has ingratiated himself with them. 11:29 Well, he does after he stops laughing. 11:16 Typical of the second-tier club to go for another player United have overlooked. In 2015, it was Firmino and Klein. The less said about the alternatives Van Gaal went for Memphis and Darmian, the better. Memphis and Rashford were just two players to have played for United recently who rejected Liverpool. 11 o'clock The Evening Standard reports. Standard Sport understands that many players have grown weary of the Sanchez saga dragging on and want a resolution this week. It is believed Sanchez has become an increasingly divisive figure as he continues to agitate for a transfer. Wenger's decision to drop Sanchez against Bournemouth was partly based on tensions within the camp, and the Gunners' boss could face another tough call should Sanchez remain an Arsenal player this weekend. This tallies with those celebrations after Sanchez scored at Palsay. 10:46 This is obviously a fake and you should be angry at yourself if you thought this was legit. He is probably still in London, still with his family and still waiting to move to Manchester. 10:44 Original check. Funny check. Inspired by The Simpsons check. Hans Moleman check. 10:43 Yes and no wait until summer. 10:28 A shoddy attitude but he is leaving Bordeaux. 10:17 You must all know this is a Dark Knight Rises reference. 10:07 He has liked his girlfriend's Instagram post. Next up, are there any private jets arriving from London? Sanchez's girlfriend wrote, "The greatest storms of our lives demonstrate the strength of our anchors." Sanchez may be trying hard not to like posts like the one below on Instagram. Here's a timeline of his protracted move. Early January, United touched base with Sanchez representatives and informed them they are prepared to offer a better contract than City. Thursday, City expressed dismay at Sanchez's agent and let it be known they are prepared to walk away from a deal. Friday, Arsenal line up Malcolm as a replacement for the wing and all but conclude a deal. Sunday, United say they do not expect anything imminent on the matter. Monday, City officially end their interest. Tuesday, Mino Raiola admits a Sanchez deal hinges on Mkhitaryan going to Arsenal. 9:54 The emergence on Monday night that Chelsea were supposedly interested in Sanchez was met with skepticism. The timing of the information came at the same time that transpired City would not be persevering with the Arsenal forward, and it seemed convenient that Chelsea should be the chosen club after footage showed Antonio Conte chatting with Sanchez during the League Cup semi-final first leg at Stamford Bridge last week. In all likelihood, Chelsea were probably about as interested in Sanchez as a man is in dating Emma Stone. The prospect was appealing, but the chances were between 0 and none. 9:34 The greatest storms of our lives demonstrate the strength of our anchors. That's beautiful, just beautiful. https://www.instagram.com/p/beb9poipages/hl equals intaken by equals mita _Rodriguez 09:2209:09 Cameron Borthwick Jackson has had a nightmare 18 months. He returns after Devontae Redmond failed to make a League One start for Scunthorpe and came back early. Sam Johnston, Dean Henderson and Regan Poole are faring better on loan in the Football League. 8:57 Via UEFA in 2009, my favorite team is Arsenal. I like their attacking play and fast style. Moreover, Arsene Wenger puts faith in young players while demanding results at the same time. I like that and want to play there one day. Mkhitaryan could have gone there in 2016, but United will have offered more money. 8:43 United travel to Burnley on Sunday and Yeovil next Friday. Sanchez needs to be signed by midday on Friday to be available to play in the Premier League at the weekend, and, at the time of writing, a lot would need to happen for him to be a United player by the time. An Arsenal deal for Malcolm should be a formality, so Aubameyang is unlikely to hold up a Sanchez move, given the Gunners should have two in Mkhitaryan being the other come Sanchez departure. 8:31 on Alexis Sanchez. The rough timeline is: early January, United touch base with Sanchez representatives and informed them they are prepared to offer a better contract than City. Thursday, City expressed dismay at Sanchez's agent and let it be known they are prepared to walk away from a deal. Friday, Arsenal line up Malcolm as a replacement for the wing and all but conclude a deal. Sunday, United say they do not expect anything imminent on the matter. Monday, City officially end their interest. Tuesday, Mino Raiola admits a Sanchez deal hinges on Mkhitaryan going to Arsenal. 8:21 He told TalkSport, "Don't forget Mkhitaryan was in really exceptional form earlier on this season. For some reason in the last few months he's fallen out of favour. Maybe it's a lack of form or a lack of confidence he showed earlier on this season, but he's an Arsenal type of player. He's got quality and we've seen that at Old Trafford, but he's sort of lost his way here. A new start in London, playing for Arsenal, it might be the key factor in him going." 8:10 United, Manchester City, Liverpool and Everton are in talks to sign the 28-year-old, report Estadio Deportivo. That is wide of the mark, but Vidal is a right-back and Mourinho may want one of those ahead of next season, when Antonio Valencia will be 33.07. 58 The Indie writes. Directly asked whether Chelsea were out of the race to sign the 29-year-old, Conte said, yes. 7:55 Do you see what the subs did there? A sick play on Mkhitaryan's name. And if it collapses it'll be taking the MKHI.